What is going on, guys? Today we have another big boy in form. It is 90 Sterling. He is a 90 rated card over his 89 and his 88 gold now. 735 on the Xbox, 859 on the PlayStation. Risky play here because I was thinking he is going to drop a hell of a lot. His 89 is coming in at 219, so that tells me straight off the bat this card is going to go down. So I took a very big gamble in trying this card out. I thought, you know what, I wanted to go big on the final one because I want to start doing some more of the kind of the low, not the lower rated, but the better priced. I feel like I've been doing and focusing on a lot of the really high rated cards, and they're not necessarily the most accessible. And to be honest, straight off the bat, I would not buy this card for 700k. At the very minimum, I wouldn't buy him for 700k. I think if I was looking at a 90 Sterling and I really needed an English left wing and it had to be Man City, I'd be looking at 300 at the very minimum, to be honest. At a 90 in form, knowing that he is either going to get packed or player picked or even just go down during lightning rounds, I really don't see this card staying above 500k at the very minimum. But that being said, let's look at some of the stats then. So we're the 4-star skiller, 3-star weak foot. We are 5'7", high attacking, medium defensive. Trait wise, we've got flair, and that is about it. Obviously English, Man City, Premier League. He is left wing with competition from the likes of Son, the likes of Rashford. In terms of Neymar, then you've got Coman, Sane. I'm trying to think of other leagues. Serie A, you've got, I think Insigne is a left wing, I want to say. Other than that, I'm struggling to think without actually thinking about them. Obviously, icon-wise, you're looking more of a Nedved. You're looking at a Pires. Ronaldinho's obvious prime, I think is the left wing. So you've got some big cards in them positions. 95 pace, phenomenal. Very quick. Being 5'7", agility, dribbling side of stuff is absolutely exquisite, as we'll have a look at in the in-game. Shooting-wise is nice. I don't think it's the most consistent. He's got a lovely shot on him, but I think in terms of conversion rate, I wasn't massively impressed. I think he's got a great dribble on him though. Passing wise, fantastic. Good on the short game. Long kind of game, not really there, but more than likely he's the guy that you give a through ball to and then he runs on. He's got the pace, he's got the dribbling. That's predominantly what you want to be doing. I don't see him doing massive long through balls to anybody because he's the one that you need to be doing the through balls to. Crossing's nice, 82. I think it's just above average. Obviously not really any strength, being so small and more kind of nimble. He is basically a player that just gets away from people rather than going in on them one-on-one battles. So let's jump into some gameplay and then we can discuss and explain everything in the overall. So if we do go into the gameplay of him, he was fantastic though. He was really good. We see the pace, absolutely burns people. There was chances where I think my personal ability kind of let him down a little bit. Obviously he's playing with one of his teammates, Team of the Year KDB, that again is a fantastic card. But in general, in terms of actually playing, even this bit here, managing to hold off a Dalglish, I was very happy with that. I really didn't know it was Sterling until the name popped up, and I didn't believe that he was at the centre back role after a corner, and that he was managing to kind of stop Dalglish getting through. Yes, he didn't really get the ball off him, but I mean, he stopped him from getting through one-on-one, and obviously has the pace to definitely keep up with him. And with the likes of Mane, we've got a lot of small players in the box, small players on the pitch, so it's always something you've got to be aware of. If you have already got a Mane, you've got maybe a Mahrez, you've got a Sterling, they're not the tallest players in the world, so maybe you need a little bit of height as well for either headers, either kind of like blocking people off, maybe a little bit more strength. But in terms of Sterling, I feel like he's a chaser. We see here, I don't personally know what he was doing trying to keep that up with Gossens then, but managing to get the corner out of it. One goal kick, you're at a corner, you've literally gone from one end to the other with one kick, and you actually haven't had to touch the ball to then get it. We see a lovely little dink here. How Cantona didn't finish that, it's a cracking save from Alisson. But time after time we see him get the ball and he's dribbling. You see that just the sheer speed of it is very nice. We see here that is a must finesse. Obviously he doesn't have the trait, so I'm not expecting them to be absolutely perfect, but I think there's some elements to his game that I think he does need it better. I think I miscrossed that. I was meant to do the double X. I think I went for the early cross animation instead and missed out on that perfect opportunity for a little tap in. But in general, I feel like he's very, very good at what he does. I just think consistency wise and price at the moment is it's very high. I personally wouldn't go for it. He is a good card. Will he get into a lot of people's teams? I feel like Rashford, Neymar is already taking them positions. If you're obviously using the road to the final, Rashford, he is a left mid. Any other version, obviously striker-wise, is up there. Whereas I think if you're looking at left mids, Son has obviously got a player of the month, which I think quite a few people actually did, to be fair. We see here the lovely little ball play, managing to get through. Bad defending from him until he got that final tackle, whereas I really should have either passed it or done something with it. Maybe go with a heel to heel, and honestly, he just plays nicely. I feel like he's a fun card to use. I've always liked a little bit of Sterling. I feel like he does quite a lot, and definitely pace-wise is absolutely fantastic. As we do find, I think we find the net with this one. Absolutely beautiful stuff. Double fake shot round him, and there's your goal. Thank you very much. So if we do go into the overall, like I say, 735 with the 880 now. It's gone up by 10k. Obviously it's fluctuating at the moment because we've got no packs. We've mainly just got player picks and the market is massively inflated. He is going to be quite high. He's only been out for about 4 or 5 hours, so I can only expect that. During rewards, I'm hoping he drops a hell of a lot, and then obviously as we get to Friday with the brand new team of future stars, it's only going to get better. He's going to get cheaper. As we see, what his 88 is coming in at 45, his 89 is coming in at 219, and if you do just have a quick look at the difference, again, +1, +2s. There's no way that you can tell me that this card is worth 500,000 coins more than the 89. And obviously, like I say, he's not settled yet on his price, so more than likely we will see a dramatic drop in him. And that's just natural for a card like this. I feel like in the future, English objectives, absolutely cracking card to use. If we do look at the England team and links, obviously we got the Rooney SBC recently, a beautiful card that you could link it with, plenty of icons. Obviously Kane's got himself an inform and a rule breaker, in fact. We've got Sancho on the other side, Vardy, we've got Rashford again on his version, we've got Barnes Future Star, which would be a nice link. Plenty of links that you can go with, even a cheeky David Beckham would do nicely. And you can see we're actually starting to get quite a nice special England team, and I think that's actually something that's quite nice to see, as to be honest, a lot of them tend to have been rubbish. There tends to be 1 or 2 players that really smash it, but we're now getting a fair few that are hitting really good special cards. We're looking 87, 88 plus special cards, and that's really nice to see. Obviously Man City have got their fair share of special cards. Kevin De Bruyne doing absolute work with a team of the year. We've got Edison getting one. We've got Bernardo Silva, Laporte, Mahrez. You've got Aguero's flashback, Jesus road to the final, Cancelo and Stones. There is so many cards there that you can go for, and obviously an inform Walker as well. So literally you can make, I think you can fully make a special Man City team now. I think it would have to be free at the back, I want to say, unless you've got a right back special, because obviously you've got Walker already as a centre back, so there is plenty of chances to get a really nice Man City team. And obviously this has now bumped the rating of Sterling from 89 into that 90s bracket, which is always nice. I always like when it goes up a tier, so it goes from like either 79 to 80, 89 to 90. It just looks nice. A 90 rated Sterling, you'd absolutely love it in a red pick or in an untradeable pack, or tradable right now, but untradeable pack, just to stick in the club. He looks a good card. He's obviously got a 3-star weak foot, which I'm not massively massively pleased with. I always like the 4-star, and I think it would take him to the next level. But in terms of stats, I feel like he's got a good balance. You're going to be looking more at that dead eye, which, if I can find it, turns him into a 93 left wing. Absolutely cracking. Maxes out his shooting, pretty much does the same for his passing with what he's actually got, and then everything else is absolutely fantastic. Great pace, great dribbling, physicality, a little bit on the lower side, but he still manages to do the work. But hopefully you enjoyed this video. Let me know down below who you want to see next. I'm going to be doing some of the lower rated informs for the next couple of reviews, and then we will set on some icons for tomorrow, and then we go on to the promos in Friday's reviews. But like I say, subscribe, like, and see you in the next one. Peace.